I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry, and tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Kerr is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
Nice.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
That's part of his skill set. Excellent recognition on his part to get in the best spot to complete that look.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. And the basket by West. Celtics trail by 8. And Celtics coach Brad Stevens, a big believer, Chris, in keeping things as simple as he can for the player.
And very focused. From the first day when he took over, he showed the players the numbers of where the team had to get better. Just as important, he showed them how thin a margin separated them from being the top seed or missing the playoffs completely. That breeds confidence, but also focus. They realize how every play matters.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, we know our old friend Steve Kerr was new to coaching when he took the reins of the Warriors that he'd mentored under the greats. He said that Phil Jackson and Greg Popovich both had an almost scary amount of presence. As for Steve, he said, I'm very laid back.
1:15 p.m.
I believe in the calm presence of a coach, more so than the ranting and raving and screaming and yelling. Yes, that's what he says to the referees anyway, guys.
Cool under pressure, but D.A., he's as competitive as they come. Thank you.
At 6'4", 220 pounds, Marcus Smart might be the most physically imposing point guard in the league, especially with this fiery approach to the game.
Pachulia, he's checked in for Golden State. Klay Thompson comes in for Ian Clark. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. We take for granted the magician-like moves Curry can pull off with the ball. But, Chris, it's something that he's worked on very hard his entire career.
Curry has made leaps and bounds in his improvement with his ball handling. Arguably, with Uncle Drew, he is the best ball handler in this league at this point. He did a lot of drills dribbling tennis balls to up his feel and handle on the court.
Here's Smart, and Durant sends it back.
Well, you aren't going to sneak that shot past Durant, not with the reach that he has.
Smart misses. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. And some changes here for the Celtics. Johnson, he's checked in for Zeller. And Urebko is subbed in for Olinick. Jacks up a three. Thompson with the rebound. Warriors leading by 8. Here's Pachulia. And he overshot that one, missing.
The defense got super lucky there because he does not miss many of those.
Here's Brown. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. They get Andre Iguodala.
And Brown is just an exceptional player. Really love whenever he shows off his athletic ability.
And when you talk about a player having an NBA-ready body, you want them to have the strength to compete with vets right off the bat. And make no mistake about it, Jaylen Brown has an NBA-ready body.
I'm just not sure the NBA is ready for him. I mean, he is a physical monster. Takes contact like defenders are. Oh, come on. Did you see that? Did you see that?
Well, you know what? I like Johnson's unselfishness, ready and willing to move it to the open man.
Golden State's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Oh, no, you're right. It's selfish on his part to attempt that. Should have passed it back out and tried to get a better look.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
Oh, yeah, and as a big man, you need such an aggressive move. That's the tone that you want to set, the attitude that you're trying to play with. Your teammates will follow.
And slam dunk by Johnson.
Oh, the combination of athleticism and just the touch Johnson has, I mean, able to finish even under duress.
The Warriors leading. On its way from Curry for 2. Again, Curry missing.
Even though he's struggling with the shot, it hasn't stopped his team from getting in front and maintaining this lead.
And for the Warriors, their shooting is definitely lagging at the moment. They're just 30% in the second quarter. Pachulia kicks to Curry. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
They were right up in his grill. Really gave him no breathing room to release that one clean.
Pass to Smart. Now you're red.
Oh, nice determination by Johnson. Looking to score, and he draws some contact.
The Celtics have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. That free throw, no good.
And when you take a look at Amir Johnson, he was signed as a free agent by the Celtics. Now, he had been a fan favorite in Toronto, much beloved in the locker room. The persistent ankle injuries gave the Raptors front office concern.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Green, he's checked in for Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That's his first foul. Johnson against Pachulia. Boston again missing. And with Amir Johnson, no disputing he's been a quality utility with a great upside. But Chris, do you think the doubts about his consistency were founded?
But you know what? He only missed 3 games last season, so I don't know if I'd agree with all the rumors. By all accounts, a class act and a great teammate. The Celtics were happy to have him, and I would think looking to resign him after the season. 2 quick fouls. That's bad news for him. He has to keep his hands to himself until halftime.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Crowder comes in for Amir Johnson. And Bradley subbed in for Gerald Green.
And yet just another thing he does well. He just has a certain feel for this game.
Thompson from long range. Rebounded by Urebko. Urebko's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And here's Bradley from 3. The Warriors pull it in. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Pachulia. No good on the triple.
Cold start to this game for him. A lot of his shots have been off.
And Durant comes to help. Back to Crowder from deep. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And with his feet set, Crowder can definitely hurt you from long range.
Livingston passes to Pachulia. Here's Green. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
And there's the call on Pachulia. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And it had been something that had been talked about in the past via trade, but Al Horford joined Boston in the offseason via free agency. It was the fit that he wanted team-wise, and Horford was ready for a new challenge. So great fit with this roster and the city of Boston.
34 seconds left in the first half of the game. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. And Al Horford got a max deal to come to the Boston Celtics, GA. He's on the wrong side of 30, but when you look at his game, his all-star resume, you don't see a real sharp decline coming.
Great point, Kevin, and that's why the Celtics were willing to give Horford the contract they gave him. It was one of the bigger free agent names on the market. You knew that the Celtics would want to make a splash in free agency, and he was their guy.
And you know there's something hypnotic about watching Durant shoot the ball, the calm, the consistency, the precision. This is what he was born to do.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. From deep, Thomas nailed from 3-point land. Thomas got 9 points. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
3 on 3. Off in time, and no good trying to get that one.
Now, that's just length and wingspan. I mean, Livingston able to succeed defensively despite his lack of strength.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Boston on top, leading by just 1. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, a back-and-forth game through the first 2 quarters. Where does your team need to be more consistent in the second half?
Well, I thought we really guarded from about the second quarter on. You know, hopefully we can continue just to kind of grind. It's a tough game for us, and we're just going to have to figure it out.
One possession at a time. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It's an interesting battle going on tonight. Ernie Johnson here with you folks alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. You are watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. For Boston, it was a challenging first quarter. They wasted no time putting themselves in a difficult situation, having some issues at both ends of the floor, and falling behind by 8 points by the time the period came to a close. The second quarter went a lot better for them, and they got right back where they wanted to be before the half, and now hold the 1-point lead. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
Well, one place they had the edge was on the offense.
And that about wraps it up, as the second half is just
We welcome you back to the beautiful Bay Area with the lights of Oakland illuminating the evening. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Nice game. Great performance by Isaiah Thomas.
Just a quality performance. And, you know, we do expect to see that from him. And he's always setting the bar high for himself. And sometimes I think we just kind of get numb to how good this guy really is.
Well, you know, success breeds confidence. You can see it in his body language. He believes in everything he's doing right now.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all filled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for the Celtics, Crowder and Uredko are the small and power forwards. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side, and it's Horford in at the 5 down low. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Last season, Jay Crowder scored far and away the most points of his career, over 14 a game. He's more of a secondary scorer, a spot-up shooter, and a good finisher at the rim.
Boston making a switch here. Brown's checked in.
And you talk about a culture builder. Jay Crowder is a guy who is not content with losing ball games. He's a competitor, and that rubs off on his team.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Guys, we know Stephen Curry is beloved by his teammates. One of his teammates, Sean Livingston, once said of him, he's one of the most humble superstars by far. It resonates throughout the locker room. But on the court, he has some swagger, some edge. Curry says, I'm still the same person. Still do the same stuff in my spare time. That keeps me grounded, keeps me normal. Guys?
And his character, just one more thing people appreciate. Thank you, David. And for Crowder, Chris, he doesn't try to do too much offensively. As they say, he stays in his lane.
That's right. He shoots corner threes. He has a good sense of when to cut to the rim. And without being flashy, he's a very effective offensive player.
But Juliet kicks to Durant. Good work defensively by Horford.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And it's 9 points for Jay Crowder.
Oh, what incredible precision. Brown cutting the D to pieces in his pass.
It's Curry outside. Rebound Boston. Horford's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And Durant sends it back. Thomas against Curry. Down low, Pachulia. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 4 assists in the game. At the elbow, Horford shoots from 14, and it's good off the glass. Horford's got 7 points.
Oh, the assist from Thomas, finding the open man. Nice decision offensively.
Crowder with the steal. It's stolen by Curry. For the 3. No good, shot missing.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
That was as easy as it gets. He needs to complete those looks.
Pachulia kicks to Thompson. And the 3 off target. Celtics trail by 5. Bradley dishes to Horford.
And for me, one of the more unsung players in the league. Al Horford, a 2-time national champion at the University of Florida, one of the most skilled and versatile big men in our league. And he hasn't gotten the attention I believe he deserves.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. David West, he's checked in for Pachulia. Iguodala comes in for Kevin Durant. And Ian Clark subbed in for Thompson. In the corner, Smart with it. And slam dunk by Smart.
Oh, man. How about that vision from Horford? I mean, it's all about hitting the open man. High efficiency offense right there.
Golden State's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. And with Horford's free agency looming this last summer, last season was a tricky spot for the Atlanta Hawks. Would they be able to keep him?
Yeah, and you go back to the lack of exposure he's gotten. I mean, from the Dominican Republic, he's a Spanish-speaking star. I mean, his marketing and endorsement potential in bigger markets, something he is well aware of.
Good, and Smart gets the assist. And 11 points for Horford.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Curry outside, and Boston with the rebound. Brown's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. On the wing, Brown. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
The Warriors making a switch here. Livingston's checked in. Celtics also with a sub. Jerebko's checked in for Brown.
That's a critical error they can't afford right now. This game is too tight to make mistakes like that.
Boston with the ball. They lead by 1. They kick it out to Green. On deep. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Here's Livingston, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Green passes to Livingston. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there.
And how about the Celtics? Over the last 3 seasons, climbing up from a subpar defensive team to elite status. You look around the league, there may not be a better perimeter defensive trio than Marcus Smart, Avery Bradley, and Jay Crowder.
And the dunk by Horford.
You can't forget about Horford. I mean, carving out space inside for the putback.
Warriors trail by 3. The drive by Green. And again, it's the Warriors missing. For Boston, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. And Horford wide open. He shoots. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 3 assists now in this one. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And it became clear early on in that 2015-16 season that the Warriors were going to be special. Everyone knew that they were going to be atop the standings all year, but you had to start viewing them in a historical context shortly into the season. Even with all the talk and the pressure, they still kept their composure to win 73 games.
From deep, Iguodala buries it from 3-point range. Iguodala's got his first 3 points of the game.
Oh, you had to close out hard on Iguodala. He's made himself a true threat from beyond the arc.
Lets it fly. Draymond Green with the rebound. Green's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Chris, with the Warriors and all this historical context talk, inevitably they were compared to the team whose record they were chasing, the '96 Bulls.
Well, yeah, I don't get caught up in that argument. It's so hard to compare teams from today to teams that played 2 or 3 decades ago. I had to play against the '96 Bulls, but I tell you what, players were different, the rules were different, the style of game was different. It's really hard to say who would win.
And here's Iguodala outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
And squaring up is Iguodala. Nice follow-through on the release.
He gets it up. No good on the buzzer beater. And at the close of the 3rd quarter, still a close game in both teams. All right, the 4th quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Boston trailing. Clay and Iguodala, the potent wing pair. Durant is out there with Pachulia, and it's Livingston in at the point. That's the Warriors' 5. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. That shot, no good. Curry with some nice D. Pachulia kicks to Durant. Crowder with the steal. And pushing it up, here's Boston from 12 feet out. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Smart's got it all tied up now for the Celtics. And for the Warriors, they're shooting about 42% so far. It's Curry outside. A shot missing. And it's Boston the other way. Thomas dishes to Jerebko. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. And the Celtics lead by 2. Durant against Thomas. Outside Curry. Lets the three fly. Good on the three-point shot.
After not having a three in the first half, he got a big boost right there by nailing that triple.
Crowder, the pass to Jerebko. Durant with the steal. And the call will be against Al Horford. That'll be his second foul of the game. Bradley's checked in for Smart. Outside Curry. From past the arc. Hey, Crowder pulls it in.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case, man. Somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
And here's Iguodala outside. Rebounded by Jerebko. Jerebko's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Thomas. And another basket for Boston.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Warriors trailed by 3. Here's Pachulia. And a miss there on the triple. Crowder kicks to Horford. Yes, that goes in. Horford's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Here's Curry. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Well, we hear so much about Curry and his offense, and rightly so. But you know what, Chris? He's an above-average defender in his own right.
He's not going to be considered one of the best all-time defenders at his position. But he is a very solid defender and has improved in that area every year he's been in the league.
Boston making a switch here. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Horford. Brown comes in for Jay Crowder. Young's checked in for Avery Bradley. And it's Rozier in for Isaiah Thomas.
And the 2-time league MVP, Steph Curry, one of only 2 active guys to win the MVP more than once in well over a decade.
Shoots from 14. Green for 2 points. Curry's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Man, he shines when it matters most. They love getting him the rock in key situations like that.
And there's the call on Durant. That's foul number 2 for him. Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Tyler Zeller's checked in for the Celtics. Brown wide open, he fires. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Celtics lead by 4.
Well, how about the quickness of that release? Brown just draining that catch-and-shoot jumper with ease.
And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
It appears as if he just spaced out temporarily there. Really an unfortunate turnover.
Celtics leading by 4. Here's Rozier. The dish now to Zeller. Poke loose. It's stolen by Green. And it's the Warriors on the break. And it's Green with the jam.
Oh, such a great understanding of the game. Draymond recognizes the defense. I mean, he realizes he needs to take that one himself.
Rozier, the pass to Zeller. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Open shot, Thompson. Can't tie it up as that one misses. The Celtics have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the 4th so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them.
A gigantic bucket. Brown stepping into the spotlight when it matters most.
Free throw good from Brown. Warriors trail by 5. Outside, Green. Back to Curry. Puts it up. Second shot opportunity. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Unbelievable basket. I mean, giving up a lot of height there, but he was not to be denied.
Now, that's a gutsy take on his part to make that happen. I mean, he would not have tried that over the larger defender.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. So it's the Celtics now. A 2-point game. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. .143 left in the fourth. Here's Olynyk. The 17-footer goes down. And the Celtics lead by 4.
Oh, and just a nice momentum bucket there by Olynyk.
Golden State's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep.
Excellent D to force that miss there. That took real courage to risk being on the poster, being he's one of the best dunkers in the game.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And a new group in for the Celtics. Al Horford's checked in for Olynyk. Jay Crowder comes in for Brown. Bradley's checked in for Young. And Thomas subbed in for Tyler Zeller. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Jerebko's checked in for the Celtics. Boston leading by 6. From deep, Thomas. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And the call will be against Al Horford. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. And stolen by Horford. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas, and he nails that one right through the net.
I don't think the casual fan realizes how difficult a shot those pull-ups are. I mean, it takes a special type of player like Thomas to hit them with regularity. Is he trying to get a shoe contract deal? Because he's showing no interest in moving the ball right now. He's trying to make a one-man commercial. He's just content to try to get his points, and that's all.
Green dishes to Pachulia. Back to Green. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter. Just no let up, guys. They just keep coming at you.
I mean, when they're going straight for the kill, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have that mentality. They want to leave no doubt in anyone's mind as to who the better team is tonight.
And that's going to be a travel.
Well, the comeback hopes are out the window now. I think it's safe to say.
Disappointing to say the least. They couldn't complete the opportunity to get back into this one. They couldn't complete the opportunity to get back in this one.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
When one guy gets hot sometimes, it's infectious. The team does too. That's what seemed to happen for them on that play.
Johnson kicks to Green. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And they've just done a great job of keeping this crowd out of the game. And we're getting closer to victory. The crowd's getting quiet.
Well, the fans have sounded lost and disappointed, which is exactly what they were hoping to accomplish.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, seen here. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Al Horford. He came out at halftime looking like he had something to prove. just a scoring machine in the third quarter, and that really was the difference in the game.
Listen, Ernie, I don't know if the opposing fans got him riled up or what, but he was out for blood tonight. Shaquille O'Neal, man, he had intensity at his all-time high. He looked like a different player than we're used to seeing.
Well, what I like about Al Horford is his basketball IQ, and that was on display tonight, guys. I mean, look, he has great understanding of the game for the power forward position. His skills and his smarts are unmatched.
And that's it for tonight, but we've got a whole new NBA season ahead of us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again